Today's video is about what if you want to manifest but you feel like you're lying to yourself. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabine. I am a manifesting coach. If you're interested in working with me, you can do so by going to my website on thenumerostar.com, or all the links are also in the description box down below. Okay, so what if you feel that you're lying to yourself as you want to manifest something really bad? What happens is that you looked at your assumptions and you flipped them around, hoping that you would believe in them after repeating them over and over. I've just released a video on repetition, and if you're interested, I would highly recommend that you look into it. But basically, repeating things over and over so that the info could sink in was perfectly fine as a child. But you're not a child anymore, and what used to work for you is not as effective as an adult. Now, if you try and convince yourself that you're a millionaire or that you're married to your specific person, while you have zero evidence of that in your reality, faking it is going to widen the gap between you and your desire. I got some feedback during my sessions of some of my clients telling me that they had heard or seen that repetition was working. Repetition works, but only when you believe in the truth of what you repeat to yourself. In other words, repeating a lie to yourself day in and day out and hope for the best is not going to be a solution. If it was the solution, it would be great. You would be married, you would be a millionaire, and you would have whatever you want in your life. And yet, if you're watching this video, my guess is that you might have tried doing it, but you're still waiting for your manifestation to show up. Am I right? Now, if you feel that you're lying to yourself, please stop. Stop and look at what you've been trying to convince yourself about. Let's take the example of you wanting to be with a specific person long term. I'm not talking about a quick manifestation and then them leaving again. I'm talking long-lasting manifestation, the kind of manifestation where you don't have to keep pretending for something to happen because it is so ingrained in your mind as part of your new belief that it is second nature. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's see. You are manifesting your specific person, but you feel like you're lying to yourself. This is because the first step you need to take is considering your set point. Are you manifesting your specific person based on your past history while feeling resentful and feeling desperate to get them back or attract them? I would say that this is 90% of the case scenarios, myself included, for a long time. When you feel like you're lying to yourself, it is because this is what you're doing. Nothing wrong with that, but considering that we manifest only what we think and feel is true, I'll let you imagine the inefficiency of this technique. As you acknowledge your set point, this is also your starting point. Whatever negative emotion you hold around yourself, your person or your situation needs to leave your energy right now. There is no exception to this basic rule. If you try to manifest over your baggage, it is as ineffective as doing the washing up with dirty water. Once you've cleared unwanted emotions associated with your story with that person, now you can observe your thoughts and more specifically look into your self-concept. Once you've improved your self-concept, you should see real progress already. Now, have you noticed that I haven't mentioned your specific person yet? This is because your heart-brain connection is the one manifesting, not what you intend your specific person to do or not do. This comes last. Don't worry, their time will come, but not before you raise your own vibrations first. Once you're up on the scale of self-validation and self-worthiness, now you can start intending and so on. And you'll see that you won't be lying to yourself anymore. And you know why? Because right now you want them in your reality, but deep down you could be thinking that you're not so much of a catch. or that they are not into you, or that the past history between the two of you is too intense for a union or reunion, and the list could go on like that. Trying to change your thoughts right now is a mistake, in my opinion. I'm sure it can be done to some extent, but if you'd like to speed up union, if you'd like to guarantee union, and if you'd like to expect union and know that you're not lying to yourself, you will want to consider manifesting from a place of power, where you are the driving force and not the puppet trying to manipulate matter. When I understood that working on my self-concept would be working in my favor right away, I thought, okay, where can I start? And one thing that has worked for me very, very well is working on my boundaries. Because you see, self-concept also encompasses self-esteem, self-worthiness, but also self-love. And boundaries for me are really a must-have. In order for you to do that, that is quite easy actually. You just have to take a piece of paper and divide that page into two sections. On the right hand side, for instance, you can say what is acceptable. And on the other side, you could write what is unacceptable. And then be extra clear about those two sections. And what I did is that I did learning by heart. The reason I had to learn my own boundaries, I know that sounds a bit crazy, but I had to do that because I was a people pleaser beforehand, and I was pleasing others in the hope that the man that I loved in the past would pay attention to me. But it doesn't work like that. And after understanding how manifesting works, I understood where my mistake was. But anyway, when you are used to pleasing others, you sacrifice your own authenticity. And that becomes a problem because when you are not sure what your boundaries are, you are bound to be deceived and disappointed in people's reactions. So for those of you who have healthy boundaries already, this might come as a surprise, but in my reality, I have to admit to you that it was a training period. So I trained myself by learning my own boundaries, and shortly after that, I saw a change in some people, not everybody, of course, but in some people, and especially around men. So this is what I would recommend you do if you are a sensitive person and if you realize that you tend to be a people pleaser. So that would be the number one trick that I would like to share with you today. And that was my quick video for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. If that is the case, please leave it a thumbs up. And until next time, happy manifesting.